Hi, this is Stella. Welcome to my video. I haven't done a YouTube in quite some time due to some health issues and issues with my computer, which I've now had fixed on both counts. So I have made one of these for one of my friends, and I want to make one for another friend, so I will do a video and show you how I made it. What we've got here, it is simply a notebook holder, really. It's got two signatures, and they are put together with elastic so that when these pages are all written up like a diary or what have you, they can be removed and you can put other pages inside. There's two signatures, and that's simply it. How easy is that? And how beautiful is this paper? The paper is Romantic Collection Threads by Stamperia. Now I've used some obviously in this one, and I'm going to use the same papers, the same range for the other one. So I have chosen this piece for the inside. If you just look, the inside there on that one, we've got these beautiful reels of cotton. Okay, so we're going to have this, and I've yet to choose. I think it'll probably be this side here because it's got a nice big flower there. So I would either go that one or that way. I'm thinking I'll go across that way. Okay, and the front of this one, I've chosen this piece. Now this will get wrapped around like this one. If you have a look here, we've got, that was a whole sheet. I just had to trim a little. So it's a running picture, like a tri-picture thing. So I'm going to try and do the same with this one. So this will basically wrap around. Okay, so that's the papers I'm using. Oh, plus I'll be using these. You notice I've just got some, I've just put some pieces of those pretty papers in, just to give it a little lift, you know, throughout these plain lined pages. Now you can put a photo in there, or a photo of your project or something like that. Just giving it a little bit of colour in there. So I'll be doing that, plus I'll choose another piece as well. Okay. Now we've got our back cover. That's the back inside, front cover, front inside, and we've got the spine. Okay, now I always use 1100 GSM box board. In Australia I get it from Plaza DJ on eBay. I don't know where you would buy it in another country, but I always buy it from them. They're just great. It's about 1.8 millimeters thick. So our front and our back is 5.5 inches by 8 inches. That's those two. And our spine is, whoops, where are we? 5/8 of an inch by 8 inches. Okay. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I like to use this cloth tape. when I'm doing a spine. It's absolutely brilliant. I just love it. I'm always a bit wary of just using cardstock paper, you know, to wrap around the spine, etc., because I often get a lot of paper or cardstock breaking, and I don't like that. Or you don't want that anyway, because you'd have to do it again. So I'll just start with this. What I do is about an inch up from the bottom and center it, and then I'll cut that off an inch up from the top piece. Okay, and that's all I need from that. Excuse me. Okay, I'm leaving about 6/16, I guess. It's not a quarter of an inch, and it's not an eighth, because I like plenty of movement. If you have a look at this one, it opens straight out. You know, it's not stuck there because it's too tight, and I like it to open straight out. So we're going to go, it is about too much. It is about 6/16, I think. So it's not an eighth. Now just let me work out that math. Well, that'd be 3/16, wouldn't it? If you get 2/16 in an eighth, that looks better. Plenty of room to open and close. Alright, let's just turn that around, and then we'll put the back inside. Oh, this one's a bit long. I didn't cut it down to 8. I've just taken an A4 sheet of boxboard, and I've cut all 3 pieces from that one sheet. That's better. Then let's bring these ends up. Oh, we do need another piece of this, sorry. Need one more. So just to meet it, just overlap just a tad. Don't take it right to the edge. All of this will be covered with pretty papers. Okay, so finish that, and then push in your gullies. Outside as well. And push in your gullies. Okay, and that's the front, the outside, neat, and that's the inside. Okay, so now we're going to need, sorry, I should be more organised. I need 2 sheets of cardstock, which is 200 GSM, and they're size A4. Now 200 GSM is, I've got this written somewhere. Okay, in the pounds. Okay, it's 74 pound cardstock. So 200 GSM is 74 pound. You can use a 65 pound if you like, which in GSM is 176. I just happen to have this one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start with one side here. Now I'm placing it 1/8 of an inch away from the start of my gully here, of this side of my gully. So I'm starting at about 1/8 of an inch inside there, and I'm just going to, I've lost my pencil, I have to use a pen. I'm just going to draw around that. Now I'm going to add about 3/4 of an inch. Hold them tightly together and just trim them on the outer lines. If you're not comfortable doing them two together, just one at a time, it's fine. Okay, and save one of the 8-inch long ones for your spine, and just pop the rest away for now. Okay. Now I like to use, when I'm going to fill a whole sheet or my piece of cardstock, I like to use the 3/4 inch, I think it's 3/4 inch. Yeah, 3/4 inch double-sided tape. I use Express It, which I get from Spotlight. Overseas, you'd probably use score tape. Okay, I'm going to do the inside first. So my first strip is going to be 1/8 of an inch away from that gully. And then build it up from there. And I'm using, I'm covering the whole thing. Normally I would use a combination of glue and tape. And I couldn't tell you why I decided to do it just all tape. It was just a decision of the moment, which I want to do now and then. Oh, if you are in the UK at the moment, I envy you. Your weather, we are freezing our tails off here. in Victoria, Australia. And we've got floods up in Queensland, New South Wales. I've got that little strip that just didn't fit, so I'll just put a little bit of glue on that. Okay, on this side again, 1/8 of an inch in from the inside of the gully. That's a bit. Come on. Don't do that to me, please. This Stamperia Romantic Threads is just a beautiful paper. The flowers are sort of drawn and then kind of watercoloured, almost like a water wash. Really beautiful. And both the friends I'm giving these to are quilters and stitchers, so I think it's really appropriate. Okay. Now for this centre, I'm just going to use glue. When I put a strip of pretty paper on there, I'm just going to use glue. Okay, burnish these down so that you've got no bubbles or anything like that. Okay, now I must remember which is front and which is back. Trim off any excess tape. On the inside. So we'll put that aside for a sec. That's my outside one and that's my inside. So I'm going to go that way. Meh. No, that's upside down. It has to go that way. So let me just look at my book. Okay, the inside mat's 5 1/4 by 7 7/8. I don't need to cut them yet. Sorry. Carried away. Forget I did this, okay? Or we'll just make this. No. I would have to do that anyway, but just bear with me here. Unfortunately, I've made a boo-boo. I should have put this tape on the front and back covers, because what I'm going to do, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on my white paper. Honestly, it worked fine for me before. I didn't forget anything. So we're just going to have to make this our covers. So put your tape on your front and back covers, not the insides. You'll know what I mean when I get to it. Okay. Remember that piece we cut? Okay. So you've got 3/4 of an inch on each side, plus you've got to make sure you're at that 1/8 of an inch There we go. I'm a little crooked. Of course I'm a little crooked. But you cannot tell. It's just a fraction. So then I'm going to cut a little corner off, but I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch, or the width of my box board, on the corners. And once that's all folded up, that will hide the box board corner. So let's just bring that up and fold them over. Just tell them where I want them to go when the time comes. Let's get rid of my trash. I've got an overflowing bin here. Everything I chuck in, it seems to land on the floor. Okay, I'm going to use my favourite glue for this. You can use tape and put some glue around here as well. Burnish that down well, and then tuck in that little bit at the end. I have so missed doing videos. I did one a while back and then replayed it to make sure everything was hunky-dory, and I had no sound, so that was the beginning of my problems. Let's just change the name of this. Not that it matters now that I've made the mistake. So front, inside. More tape so we can do the other one, the other side, and that will be our front, or our outside, sorry. Okay, let's tape it up. Oh, excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze there. Don't forget that 1/8 of an inch there. I'll tell you what, once you've made a couple of these, you know, you get better at it. You can make quite a few. They make great little gifts, stocking fillers for Christmas or what have you. Especially if you use really pretty papers that are maybe poignant or mean something to a particular person. Now I just love any papers that have got to do with sewing, embroidery and quilting and stuff like that. There's not enough of them out there. Stella, you've done it again. What are you doing, missus? What are you doing? Ay, ay, ay. So you'd be totally confused by now, and I'm so sorry about that. But I've been just a little bit nervous about coming back on YouTube again after so long. I mean, it's been months and months. So we're taking off this side. And then we'll take off that one. Yeah. So once you put, in a nutshell, once you put your frame together, put your white cardstock on the outside cover on both sides. You don't need to put anything in there on the spine. Okay, so other piece. That's our 1/8 of an inch there. Burnish it down really well. I'm going to snip off the corner there. Now, if you hadn't made the mistake I did, this wouldn't be covered. It would be like that one. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I feel so bad. Okay, we don't need the glue because we've got the tape all over it, so just put a little bit around the corner there on that one. Tuck that little bit in. Tuck that little bit in, and then this will go across. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. We're just sticky there all ready to put our pretty paper in. So we'll put this aside. Pretend I don't have any tape on there, and that's our front now. You can put some white across there if you wish, some cardstock, but I'm going to put a coloured paper in there. Okay. Now, this is the part I'm going to be using. And my length, or my width all across, my length is 5.25, and I am just going to check that because we've made some mistakes already, and it's not 5.25 at all, it's 7 7/8. Yep, 7 7/8 downwards. Okay, so let's just get our big ruler out. Make sure I've got the one here. 7 7/8. Perfect. I'm just going to put that in my reserve pile. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's going to be 5.25, and that fits beautifully there. And let's just sometimes I just don't trust my own eyes, you know. There's 5.25. So that's 5.25. Just get all my lines aligned. 5.25. I don't use my cutting machine because it's got flat flat blades. So this is going here. That's correct. Now we've got our this one, we've got our tape already, so we're just going to put some glue around the outside a bit. But if I hadn't had the tape already on there by mistake, then I would be taping this whole thing, this whole piece. But as I say, it's been a while, so please forgive my errors. Get your glue as close to the edge as you can, because you don't want any edges flipping up. That would be horrible. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I so hope that's right, because it fell down. Now our inside is 5/8 of an inch, I think. No, it's not. It's 1/2 inch. One, two, three. Yeah, 1/2 inch. So we cut that 1/2 inch from the side we took off the front piece. glue on the back. If you've got the 3/4 inch tape, you could use that. I don't normally use that one. Align it up with the bottom of the front piece, and then just smooth it down. Okay, unfortunately I'm going to be cutting off a little bit, which I'd rather not really. I don't think it will make a difference to me if I take it off here. So I'm going here. Five and a quarter. That's 5 1/4, isn't it? 5 1/4. Yeah, I'm losing quite a bit here. I don't think I will go that far. I will go to 5 3/4, take off that piece, then I'll turn it back around and I'll take a little bit off this side. So we get to our 5 1/4. So it still looks like it's come the right way. Yep, that looks good. The leaves look like they belong. Lovely. So burnish. Make sure it sticks down well. Little overhang there, so I'm just going to tuck it in a bit there as well. You definitely don't want any sticky coming out. Oh, just a tiny smidge up there. Right, make sure it's level with that one at the bottom, and tuck it down. Okay, that's the inside done. Let's do the outside and then we'll get on to actual making the signatures for inside. This is the one I'm going to use. I love that. Absolutely love it. Okay, now I like the stitching on that, so I'm going to keep that. I'm not so fussed about that, so if I have to lose something, it'll be that. Okay, our length is 7 7/8, is that correct? I've got to double check, I'm sorry, I just don't trust myself. Yep. Okay, then we've got 5 1/4. And I am going to double check. Yep. I think I'd go another 8. I think I'll go 5 3/8 for the outside. 3/8. I can always trim it. I just want that little bit more in the front. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, so that's that. Now we've got the rest of this machine. It's a 1/2 inch. I'm going to do a smidgen more than a 1/2 inch. Just like a 1/16 of an inch extra. That's looking good, isn't it? That's really nice. Right, now just a fraction over 5 3/8, I think I said. 1, 2. Whoa. Boy, we are crooked up the top here. How on earth? That's it. Yep, we're losing pretty much all of that measuring tape, but I'm okay with that. Just save that. So, isn't that beautiful? It's gorgeous paper. So we're going to put some more tape. probably can't hear it, but it is bucketing down outside. Very cold. If you've got snow in the mountains. Okay, give that a good burnish. Get rid of any air holes, make sure it's all stuck down. Let's cut off any excess. Nothing there. We're all good. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in these gaps. Move. Sometimes it's just a wee and a prayer because you can't see. I don't want to stick my head under the camera. Just going to use glue for this one. Match it up with the bottom. If you're in Australia, you can get these Stamperia and all sorts of other beautiful papers at Bev's Cross Crafts in Tasmania. She's got a huge range. And I just bought some more glue from there, plus this pack. And she uses toll for shipping. And honestly, what's today? Friday. I ordered on, was it Wednesday? Wednesday, and it came this morning. I mean, you can't get better than that. From another state. You can't get better than that. So you've got a bit of problem there. Hopefully it'll be alright. to snip off the excess. I think that's all I had. Oh no, a bit up here. That's it. There's some glue. Okay, match up the bottom. Perfect. That's the front, isn't it beautiful? Oops. Gorgeous. Right, now the signatures. Excuse me. On my computer, I've printed out, these are A4 sheets, but you can use the 8x11 or whatever size paper you normally use. And I used your standard font. I can't think what it is now. I can't think what it is. Just your standard font at size 16 to do the lines in 2 columns. So now what I'm going to do, just going to, oh, and I did double-sided. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it across in half. And I've done this one like that. I've folded it in half and then I've trimmed it to what I want. So this goes signatures. Five and a quarter by 7 7/8. I don't think that's correct. Okay, now these signatures are not the exact size of the book. They are about an inch or 3/4 of an inch shorter because of the holes I have to punch in for the elastic. So bearing in mind, unless you've got another way to put signatures in that you want to do, but I chose to do it this way. Therefore, I've got to trim my papers down. Just make sure. There we go. Just turn it round. And then we're going to do 5 1/4. 5 1/4. Yep. And to do these like this, you're probably better off using a scalpel or a box cutter or something rather than your cutting machine, because you won't be able to cut so many at once. Anywho, I'm supposed to have 10 in each signature, which makes 20. That one seems a bit lighter. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 10. Maybe this is a bit more. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Right, now we're going to add something pretty. It's too small. We need to cut that down a little bit. Right up to there, I think. I might pop that one in the middle there. Or not. Pop that one on the outside of that one. Yep. Okay, let's see what else we've got that's pretty. With the Stamperia, you only get 10 sheets of double-sided, so use them cannily. But they're a good solid. I think there might be 200 GSM, or let's see if it says 190 grams per square metre. So you're looking at your 190. So yep, that's 300 GSM. So it's a nice thick paper, and I only paid $21.50. So I'm not sure if that's a good price or not. I'll just go 7 inches for this. And of course I crook it. I'm always crooked. But that's okay, I'll just trim it off. No big deal. Just trim the crooked bit off. And then, does it say 5 1/4? Thereabouts. Put this one in the middle. Okay, that's one signature done. And this, I'll use this piece actually. In the middle of that one, I'll just take another snip off. you can, if you want to go to all that trouble, you can put a piece of lined paper inside there for more writing, but I prefer to leave it up to the recipient if she wants to put a photo of a quilt or what have you on there. Let's look for something from the front. And I'm thinking it's the cover, and the cover is about the same thickness as the papers. Let's use this one. So for two small projects, you only need one pack. Okay, I'm going to take this part of it, and I'm going to go 7 inches. Sometimes you just cannot get that glue off, so I'm going to take that little smidge off there that's got the glue on it. Just get rid of that. Fold her in half exactly. Whoops. And 5 1/4. Okay. Now, signatures. I mean, whatever. The holes. Oh, you also need hat elastic you get from your Happy store. Okay, I'm going to go in. Let's just grab a sig here. Put the signature there. Equal top and bottom. I'm just going to put a little mark there and a little mark there. And I'm punching in a 1/16 of an inch. Sorry, is it? No, it's a 1/8, sorry. 1/8 of an inch. Right, I'll cover that mark. Oops. Just cut this one again because it's a bit iffy. Come on, that's the way. Play nicely. That's it. Let's do that one too. Looks like I had to do it on both sides. Thank you. Okay, what I did with the hat elastic, just take it around there, figure out how much I want to pull it, without squashing my pages. That's about that much. And then I'll cut that. So I'll cut 2 of them, and I think that's a bit much. Thread one piece from the inside to the outside, from the bottom and in at the top. And you've got plenty of strands to play with. Put it quite tight, but about that. Can you see that, what you've got there? About that, and then just one of those knots, left over right and under, and right over left and under. That should do it. So we're just cutting a little bit of that off. We don't need that much. Okay, same place from the inside. Go through the hole, across the out, and there. And the same there. That's too much, so put it a bit tighter. So we've got left over right. I learnt this at school. And under. Left over right and under, and then grab your knot. And then right over left and under. And that gives you a flat knot. In theory, that gives you a flat knot. So I'm trying to get it tight, but not too tight. So that was left over right and under. Okay. Now we go right over left and under. Sorry, no, that's not the way. Left over right and under, and right over left and under. I just hope that is strong enough, tight enough. I just trim that off a bit. Now I like to just move them into different places. Okay, I'm going to put this one in first. So just grab our first elastic, pop that in, then grab your second. That's it. Make sure you haven't got them upside down. There we go. So when you've finished with your signatures and written up, or your diary or what have you, written up your projects, this can all come out, can all come back out, and you can add more papers into it, or you can still keep adding. There's plenty of room to add more papers inside each signature. So there, you only need 2 signatures. And I'd like to move this one central a bit. That's good. Oops. Okay, there are some sayings on here that I'd really like. depends on the person. Handmade with love. Do what you love. My soul is fed with needle and thread. I like that for one particular friend. So I'll take that one out. Go with that one. Creative Life, I think. And I might actually also cut out some of those things and pop them on some of the pages. We've got buttons, fabric, needles, threads. Sewing is life. Love is the thread that binds us. That's gorgeous. Do what you love. Keep calm and sew on. For you, handmade with love, with love. Sewing forever, housework never. Love it. Love it. Okay, so I'm just going to gently cut around this, trying to stay in a neat circle, which I'm not really that good at. Oops, a little point there. I think I will also decorate this with something else, and I might put this on some white. Put that on some white or black. Let's see what's what. Black would make it pop. Okay, if I was going to do that, I'm going to cut this out actually on just outside that brown line. Let's try and keep within that. Yeah, because this sheet of paper is fairly light, I think going with the black would make this pop a bit. I don't want to raise it up using foam pieces because you still want it flat so you can write on it on your pages. Okay, let's just whack some glue on here. I know I've gone a bit thick somewhere, so I'll trim that off, easy peasy. It's pretty hard to see. to take a bit off. Wish I had a punch this big. That's good. Yep, I like that. I don't think I would add anything else. From here. I'll probably put a with love inside from me. I like that. That's it. She is very creative, this lady. Very, very creative. And I'll put her with love just down here for her. And I'll do the same with this one. Again, it's a white-ish background, so I will do it in the black. My soul is fed with needle and thread. And I'll put a with love down there. Okay, in spite of a few mistakes, we did manage to get it finished. So I'm really, really happy with both of them. Very happy with both. And I'm sure my friends will love to get them. So, I mean, you could probably do 2 or 3 in a day, if that. Maybe more. Depends on your commitments. Anywho, that's me for tonight, and I'm so glad to be back online. And I hope I will be doing another one very soon, and I hope you'll join me. Oh wow, I've gone almost an hour 20. Okay, it is 12 minutes past 10 p.m. here, so I'm going to put my feet up, watch a bit of cricket, and then go to bed. Okay, good night everyone. Bye.